Howdy guys, and welcome back to another episode of Albert Engel's Pro Career in Pro Cycling Manager 2024. Well, in this episode, we're all but set to crown Albert a dual Tour de France champion with only 3 stages remaining and a time trial where he is at 97% fitness. I think we could get a 6 stage win in just yet. But first, we're going to navigate a flat stage from Morons to Le Borne. See how we went with the pronunciations this time. All right, we'll get into the action straight away.
Department that offers plenty of horizontal terrain should see the day culminating in a mass sprint. However, that would also greatly depend on the levels of fatigue of the sprinters and their teammates. Coming out of the Pyrenees, they might not have what it takes to manage the course of events.
Well, pretty simple intro, I guess. Not much to say. I think this will be a pretty basic flat stage. Looks like enough riders are interested. Oh, okay, we're actually in a random breakaway. What's happened here? Why has this happened? So we got Sachman, Kosnefey, Engel, Borgado, Bleber, Grangerson, Sachman's here, Perez, Oldani, Higuita, Caden Groves, Consani. This is bizarre. Merli is also here. This is so bizarre. I don't know how this has happened, if I'm honest. I'm going to just quickly flick Albert onto enough effort just to get in the wheels. Great. Yeah, I don't know why we're in a break. If I'm honest, this is bizarre. But we'll keep jumping forward. I'm sure yeah, it looks like we're kind of sitting up now. I think it'll go back. I don't see how this is going to stay out the front the whole time. But anyway, bit of fun to start the stage, that's for sure. We'll jump forward until we get caught, or maybe we stay away until the sprint point. We'll find out either way. Well, halfway check, we've just been going on 8x. We're actually a 3-minute lead. I haven't had to work because, well, to be honest, the breakaway is just keen to keep pushing the pace. You can see in the top right what kind of effort's needed to stay in the group. But yeah, Albert's been doing just fine in here. We're still above 3 minutes. There's 100k left. We'll at least get some points out of the intermediate, which should all but secure us the sprint jersey. So a very random breakaway, this one, but actually a very happy accident. I think what really happened was we just happened to be on the right side of a split in the peloton, and that was it. Sachman really pushed a pace to get us up here. But yeah, we're out at 4 minutes now. I don't know what the breakaway is going to do behind, because Timber Lee's up here and Caden Grove. So that's two main sprinters that have managed to make their way into this breakaway. And that's two big teams now immediately out of contention or riding for the stage win. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Anyway, we've got a few people going for this sprint point. We'll move ourselves up as well. Just don't want to miss out. That's the main thing. We'll jump in the relay, I think maybe for a sec actually might be the better way of doing it. All right, we're at 2k to go. We'll slip up on the Caden Groves wheel, actually. That's the way we'll do this. I don't necessarily need to go full gas, but I'm happy just to, yeah, grab those points there. That is awesome. Let the group come back together quickly. Sachman looks fine. Actually, everyone looks fine at the moment. We're at 4 minutes. I think this break's actually going to stay away, which is wild. But anyway, yep, there we go. There are 4 minutes 30 up on the group behind. Well, the group behind is the peloton. Just random. The most random stage this is. 4 minutes 20 now. I probably could get Sachman to start doing the relays at some point soon, just to make sure we do actually stay out. He's getting biddens at the moment. I can't actually see the efforts needed to stay in this group now. That's actually disappeared, but we'll get Sachman, and maybe we'll just use Sachman for now. We'll put him on the relays, and I'll just adjust Albert's effort just to make sure he stays in the wheel. But yeah, we'll get Sachman on the relays. I kind of would rather this stay away, if I'm honest. It's, you know, always another stage win chance is great. Love them. Let's up him to 85 even. We've still got 38k to go. And the break has been caught. Not really any harm or foul there for Albert. It's all kind of just worked out. We managed to get third in that intermediate sprint. That was, oh, Hindley with a crash. Bad time. That's going to be his day over. He's in the back here. Massive crash by the looks of it. I think I see a Visma rider caught up in here actually. Is that, I don't know who that is. I can't, Vivek is, and also Landa by the looks of it. Anyway, we're going to kind of focus our attention on what is going on up here. We've got Caden Groves floating around. Suchman's near the front. There's Pogacar coming through. And there's the main sprint train for FDJ as well. We got Rockaz, we got Suchman, Vlasov, Sobrera's a little bit too far back, so we'll try to get him onto Albert's wheel. Otherwise, I'm going to search out for Mikel's wheel. I think we'll do us for now. And we'll just jump a little bit more forward to the final 5K or so. All right, we're going to swing up to the left onto Milan's wheel there. I just saw that gap opened up. Looks like the FDJ train might be the one. They're about to launch their man now, actually. It looks like AG2R on the right for Thujasen as well coming through at the moment. We're going to launch a sprint, hopefully get somewhere through the middle with Albert. Philipsen looks like the strongest at the moment there. Albert's coming through for a very strong finish, but it's Milan no, it's actually Caden Groves on the line. What a close sprint that was. Milan in second, Mikel's in third. Albert getting a top 5, so some nice points bagged for him. And I just caught out of the side of my eye, unfortunately, that crash, it took Jai Hindley out of the race. That is very unfortunate. We're very thankful for his services in the high mountains, and thankfully they're all behind us. So hopefully nothing too bad on the injury front for Jai, and we'll see him in the Volta. But Caden Groves taking out the stage win there. No changes on GC, no changes to best climber. A bit of a change here on points class. Caden Groves up into second place, but that third in the intermediate sprint means we've got a 50-point lead with the final stage having around, I think it is 50 points if you win the sprint and also, or the sprint point and also the stage itself. All right, let's get into a time trial, Albert's favorite form of discipline in cycling. And here it is, Liborna to Saint-Emilion. A 30k TT in length. It's a good distance for Albert and another chance for a 6th stage win in this tour, which would be adding to his tally. We still need to count that up, actually. I'm not too sure how many wins he's on. Put it in the comments, actually. Estimate how many wins you think he's got. But I assume it's around 30 or so, getting close to 30 maybe.
A time trial that will finish in Saint-Emilion. This is the last major rendezvous for the general classification. And let's hope it's a vintage occasion. The race organisers have laid out an inviting route that combines terrain favourable to the pure rouleurs, with some short climbs after the halfway point that will require a careful management of effort. Looking back in time, the last stage of the tour to finish in Saint-Emilion was in 1996, when the German Jan Ulrich edged out King Miguel Indurain in a very long time trial.
All right, there is Remco, Vingegaard, Pogacar, and here is Albert Engel, some 3,300 Ks later in the tour. And here he is in his favourite part of cycling, the individual time trial. Hopefully he gets his crown back in that discipline this year at the Worlds later on. But now the focus is on these 30 Ks in the time trial. There is a lead early from Wout van Aert, one of the big favourites. But of course, Mr. Remco is only just in front of Albert, 2 riders in front. So we're getting on the road, onto a strong start. 79 efforts, a +3 day for Albert actually. 79 looks pretty decent actually. Let's hit the money on the head. We're about to go through that time check to find out just how good we are. And it is 14 seconds back at the moment. Remco going through fastest at the current rate, but you know, Albert's always very good at pacing these things. He tends to come a bit better in the back half of time trials, that is for sure. We might bump him up to an 80 now. I think there's a bit of a downhill to come, so I'm just mindful of that. Don't one of the tricks of time trials is you've always got to kind of go negative a little bit with all the downhills on the circuit. So we'll go up to 81. I'm starting to see Pogacar as well. Remco's gone through time check 2, same time as Wout. So he's definitely flying out there. And we're about to hit time check to ourselves.
That's
There
the
it is.
best
We've gone
intermediate time so
quicker
far.
now.
He's got to hang in
24
there.
seconds up on Remco. Only the final time check to go. And we're about even on the the yellow to the finish line. So that's kind of what we're checking on the top left is the yellow to the finish line number. And keeping it around about even is the goal. So going in slightly negative now, that's good because we can use a bit of the red on the final. We have caught Pogacar in the TT. That's a huge result right there. Huge, huge result for Albert. He is coming up to the final line now. Wout, the rider to beat. Remco fell away just in the final slot. And he's done it by a long way. Minute 11 over Wout van Aert. Pogacar managed to get ninth. Jonas with a really strong time trial though in fifth. Josh Tarling as well. Very good result. So final GC is going to look a little like this. Albert taking up the win. Tadej about almost 5 minutes back, 4 minutes 53. Jonas there in 5 minutes 12 in third. Remco 6 minutes 19 back, and Matteo Jorgensen falling, well, didn't fall to fifth, but yeah, was on same time as Remco and obviously lost out there, but very nice result. No changes on best KOM, no changes to points class other than an extra 10 points I think it is, or 20 points for Albert, so that is a very nice buffer. I don't think we can be beat now in that final stage, which is good news. No change to Young Rider and Lido Trek still leading that final team class. All right, let's get into the Paris stage, the final stage of this year's tour. All right, 120 Ks into Paris from Chateau and a few laps of the Champs-Élysées before we get to officially crown Albert a two-time Tour de France champion. It'll also be 2 times points class and young rider leader, but for the first time, the KOM as well, which is a sweep of all jerseys. I think a feat that hasn't been done for a long time.
The final stage on the Champs-Élysées is always one of the most coveted. In the past, sprinters seeking the prestige of a victory in Paris have sometimes been caught off guard, but it hasn't happened very often. With the specialists who currently dominate the discipline, it's an even more demanding challenge.
Said well, yeah, there's always, I mean, growing up when I was a cyclist myself, there was always a bit of a surprise on the Champs-Élysées stage. But yeah, recent years, well, the last 10 years, you never have really seen that, if I'm honest. It's always just a bit of a procession. Anyway, here we are. We just went past the Eiffel Tower, going past the Louvre, just there on the right. And there's the Eiffel Tower again. There's the Arc de Triomphe. So we are very much not far from finishing off this year's tour. Exciting times. Beautiful stage, the Paris stage. Do love it. All right, 2 laps to go. Getting close to the bell lap now. We have the pack all back together, gearing up for a big final sprint. We've already been through the intermediate sprint points, which were dished out not really to anyone too worrying. Caden Groves managed to get 15 points, so he's now on 375. There's 50 points on offer at the end. I think we just need to feature in the top 20 or top 15, which we should be able to do. He's got 25. We've got a 5-point buffer if he wins the stage, basically. So lucky he didn't win the intermediate sprint point, but yeah, it should be the points class all sewn up for us. We just need to still feature in the sprint. Of course we will. It's Albert. He gets hungry for stage wins. That's 20k to go. Oh, a flat tire. Bad timing. Gonna have to put him on effort 99 here. Actually, let's just get on actually, I got a better idea. Let's just use sneaking. We don't have to over stress things too much. Just use sneaking to get our way back up the front. Oh, we got Rockaz here. Actually, that's good timing. You can go on 99 and transcend yourself, actually. Perfect. That will hopefully get our way up to near the front. It's having to go very deep though, unfortunately for Albert. We'll swing over onto Philipson's wheel and say thank you to Rockaz. That was panic stations for a near moment there. We'll hopefully get the red back as much as we possibly can. I think Philipson on the Alpecin train looks pretty good for a wheel for now. Just searching for it once again. We did lose it briefly. No, okay, we got it back. Okay, cool. Under the Louvre for the final time. Let's take the gel with Albert. He's got all red back. past the famous entrance just there, the Ferris wheel, and we're gearing for the famous left-right into the home stretch on the Champs-Elysees. Here we go. We're gearing up for it. Sprint's been open. We're going to leave it late with Albert. Try and push our way through. I think that's going to be points there, but it is Philipsen getting the win. Albert in 8th place. I think he might have been in front of Caden Groves even. Yeah, in 10th. So big win for Jasper Philipsen. I think that's something like the 5th time he's won on the Champs-Elysees. Definitely crowns himself as probably the very best sprinter in the world. Terms of the final GC, there it is. Albert getting his 2nd yellow jersey. What a good moment for the young German. Hopefully a lot more to come yet, but this has been his best tour to date. It is also the KOM almost double. No, it is double Max Bull's point tally. In terms of the points class, yeah, it was a comfortable lead in the end for him on that one. Young rider, almost 20 minutes over Matthew Riccatello, just not really on Albert's level. And Liddell Trek takes out that final team classification. So that is it. That is the 2nd ever time Albert has taken out the Tour de France. It's the first time he's taken out the KOM as well. So he's got, in the terms of these jerseys, he now has all of them. He is missing best climber at the Volta. He's missing all the Euros and a road world championship still. All right. Well, that's been it for this episode. Pretty exciting to take out his 2nd ever Tour de France. One of his objectives for the season, obviously Euros and both worlds are next up for him, and we're very keen on that. Well, actually, next up is the Volta. So he's going to go on to a rest now and get ready for the Spanish Grand Tour. So join us next time when we kick off his Volta campaign defense. He's going for the Tour Volta double this year, not the full Grand Slam. I don't think we'll do that ever again. But yeah, obviously big eyes after that will be Euros and also World Championships somewhere in this window in here. All right, guys, that's been it for this episode. Peace out.